think we're live. Yay!
Yeah.
Salamati, where's your drink?
Salamati.
Salamati. Hey, everyone.
Salam ba hame.
Good. Look, we'll wait for a few people to come in because we're going live, and so we'll wait for a few people. We thought we might start by introducing what we're drinking tonight. So what are you doing, Ramak?
I'm having whiskey, actually, because
Whiskey?
I had no wine at home. Sorry.
So whiskey, straight to the spirits. And I'm doing this clear liquid, which could be anything. Could be vodka.
It's water.
Could be gin. Could be water. But actually, it's my new favourite drink. This is not sponsorship, by the way. But it's soju, South Korean wine, I suppose. But it's sort of between a wine and a spirit. And they have beautiful flavours. This is the peach flavour. It's my new favourite. And you like the grape flavour. And
Yeah, I love the grape one, but I think... What was a soju?
Soju. I think that's what... I think it's soju.
I think it
I need
gets
to look
famous after pandemic, seriously.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, and you can find it everywhere now.
Yeah.
And it's so yummy and tasty, and the amount of alcohol is just perfect.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because it's not as strong as a whiskey.
Yeah.
You need it stronger tonight.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, salam Reza.
oh, hi, Reza. And so, we're going to do the usual thing tonight, basically share two poems. Of course, one of my poems that Ramak has translated, and also a poem by Farouzad. Farouzad, is that right?
Yeah, Farouzad.
Yes.
Farouzad.
So
I'm just monitoring who is actually.
Oh, okay.
Because the last time we couldn't follow up with comments with you guys. And
yeah. So we'll try and keep an
yeah.
eye on the comments.
Yeah, and now we can just. I'm doing on my iPad, so
Okay.
I can just.
And the other thing that we thought we might try a little bit different because so we just recorded live and then turned that into a podcast. So we thought we might do that again. So we're definitely recording for a podcast tonight. But we actually found it was better, maybe particularly doing the poems, spending... Oh, listening to myself.
Sorry.
The other thing we thought we might do is essentially record particularly the poems independently.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Can you turn that
The
down?
problem is if I'm gonna leave the
You should be able to turn it down.
Back.
You should be able to turn it down.
No, I think because it's live, we cannot do that. But that's okay.
All right, we're working out these things.
Beware of that. We will have a look at your comments later because
Sure.
that's so exciting. That's so exciting. Just see the comments.
Yeah.
So how many people we have? 3. Yes.
Wow,
Yes. 3
it's
people.
amazing.
Yeah, I
Global
have to drink
fame.
because this is so bad.
3 people. Yeah. Whereas I'm quite used to artistic disappointment. So 3 people, I'm just like, that's fantastic. So no.
So is that?
But but you got to remember, okay, we don't have heaps of live people at the moment. But that doesn't mean a whole lot of people won't listen to afterwards, okay?
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
So I know we had like 600 views on the first video. Actually, it's even more than that. So potentially it could be many hundreds, okay?
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah, watch it later. 2 people.
Yeah.
Hi,
And all those
Reza,
people.
I think Mitra. Who is the other person? Can you drop a?
I'm not sure. Okay, you couldn't tell on your iPad. Okay.
No,
all right.
actually, I don't want to do that because as soon as I just put it there.
Sure. All right. Well, how about we're going to do the formal start now? I'm going to do the special little welcome. How about we do to do a little cheers? Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So, welcome tonight to the Persian and the poet. Salamati.
Salamati. And hi, Paul. And I'm going to say something in Farsi for
Do it.
those
Do a little intro.
potentially Persian Iranian people who speak Farsi. So, سلام به همگی. ما دوباره اومدیم و میدونین که ما هر جمعه ساعت 8 شب به وقت ملبورن ما این اجرای زنده رو داریم و پادکست ما هم بعد از به فاصله 1 تا 2 روز منتشر میشه با این تفاوت که ما همیشه این اجرای زنده‌مون رو کامرون تبدیلش می‌کرد به یه پادکست ولی که از امروز تصمیم گرفتیم که دیگه این کار نکنیم و کلا اجرامون رو دوباره ضبط کنیم فقط برای یه پادکست و خوش اومدین. Okay, let's do it.
Okay. So the first poem is a poem I wrote in June, just a couple of months ago. And maybe I'll just say, like, with this poem, like, whenever I'm writing poems, like, often Look, every poem is a totally brand new creation for me. So I'm always exploring and seeing what's possible. So this poem, when I came to it, I knew what I wanted to say in some ways, but I really had to let myself go to find those right words for it. And I deliberately gave it a loose structure, but it actually does have a really strong structure to it.
Yeah.
And even the title, I deliberately, it's a bit of an anti-title for me. It's called Still Trying To. For me, it's an unbalanced title. It's going, what's this about? And in some ways, the poem has an unbalance to it. It's like, what is this about? How do I find the right words for this thing? So here is my poem.
There we go. Ready.
Oh, I see Paul Toms. Hi, Paul. And I presume Amber there as well. Hi, Amber. So, yeah. So here's my poem, Still Trying To. I'm still navigating and confused by the intensity of your love for me. It's like a type of weather that I was not raised with. It's like I don't know what clothes to put on. It's like I don't know whether it's too wild or not wild enough. It's like a fundamental force of nature that I'm only just discovering. As if all my days had only ever been lived in stillness. When suddenly I feel the wind. And more than that, it's a gale. And it's messing my hair and pinching my cheeks and throwing my limbs about between the sheets in ways I didn't think possible. I am still trying to acclimatize, sometimes studying it like a scientist from behind the window, and sometimes dancing through it like a toddler with reckless abandon, exploring and loving it. Just loving it.
Nice. Yeah, beautiful. Well done.
There we go. I'm going to turn the aircon off.
Yeah, okay, it's my turn. And I will talk about the translation of the poem later, maybe. Obviously, I'm going to do the Farsi version of Cameron's poem. And yes.
Great.
و هنوز و من هنوز گیج و مبهوت از شدت اشتیاق عشقت و تو بسان گونه‌ای از آب و هوا که با آن نزیستم که نمیدانم چه لباسی بر تن کنم، که نمیدانم طوفانی و سرکشی یا خاموش و رام، درست مثل اکتشاف ثبت نشده‌ای در طبیعت. گویی تمام روزهایم را در سکون زیستم و به ناگاه باد وزیدن میگیرد، مینالد، فریاد میکشد. طوفان اغواگری که ناباورانه موهایم را برمی‌آشوبد، گونه‌هایم را نیشگون میکشد و اندامم را میان امواج شمتها پیچ و تاب میدهد. و من همچنان در تکاپوی خو گرفتنت، گاهی کاوشگرانه، بسان کاشفی مشتاق و گاهی رقصان، بسان کودکی نوپا، بی پروا و رها کشف می کنم و عشق می ورزم و فقط عشق می ورزم.
Wow. So it sounds beautiful. So I know mostly, you were doing a lot of the translation last night.
Yes, I did.
But you started it a while, last week, was it? Or?
I started the translating of this poem last week, and then I really finished it last night. But I spent a couple of hours for that last night. A part of I spent a couple of hours before. But that was really, really hard and challenging for me. And I think I really, guys, the Iranian guys, please just drop a comment and tell us like what you think about the translation. It was hard, but I'm happy with the translation. And yeah.
So why? So I know it was really hard for you to do.
Yeah.
So why was this particularly hard? Like what was hard about it? What made it hard?
The story and the word you pictured in that poem. You know, it was a bit. It is complicated, but in the same time, is a really simple picture. Like, okay,
Right.
it's like a weather. It's like I don't know what I should wear or something like that. The thing is, when you're translating, you cannot just translating straight away and say, "Oh, I don't know what should I wear." Like in Farsi,
It
sounds
basic.
really basic.
Yeah. So you're trying to find the poetic way. Of
Yeah, and the
saying
poetic, and you know, in English, poetic kind of vibe is different from Persian.
Okay.
From Farsi. So Farsi words for me is the vibe and the feeling is totally different. So I tried to just pass that feeling to the Iranian audience. Those people, they speak Farsi and they listen to me in the Farsi version.
So one of the key structures that I used within the poem was that I deliberately, maybe I'll put the poem as part of the podcast. I'll put the text on. But I used line breaks really deliberately. So instead of just saying, it's like a type of weather, I broke the line. So it's like, and the new line, a type of weather. So I really wanted to have this sense that it actually had a pause before it gave the answer.
Yes.
So it was like, it's like a type of weather. It's like, I don't know what clothes to put on. And I wanted to have that real sort of like always leading up and then trying to find the answer.
Yeah, that's
so.
right.
And were you able to sort of recreate some of that rhythm, or was that not so much?
I think definitely has got rhyme in Farsi.
Okay.
But it's not exactly...
Not the same rhythm
the
exactly.
same rhythm you did in your poem.
Yeah.
And... when you translate, it's so fascinating for me because as a person who's not professional, it's not my job doing that. I'm not making money out of that, So it's just like, Cameron, he's my partner and I know him and just, that's his poem.
Yeah.
But it's still like, I feel like really responsible when I'm translating.
Yeah, right.
To just like, don't make a mistake or, really like be aware of what exactly I'm doing. And for this particular poem, last night we had a really big conversation about like what did you mean exactly, what was your feelings and stuff like that. So that's really, I think, as someone who started translating poem from like English, it's such a privilege because it's such a good feeling. I like a poet next to me and I can just keep asking him and so, it's so handy.
Am I hearing that, are you getting a richer experience of the poem because,
for sure.
because you're really digging into it, trying to work out exactly what I was trying to do. So you experience it more when you go to translate it.
Yeah, because in my experience, like translating, because as an artist, creation is about feelings and emotions. And, when I'm translating, I think I have to pass that story, that emotions, rather than just use the exact word or even like, I can change the story a little bit, just a little bit, but still say the same thing and tell the same story, but with different words maybe, which not necessarily the author
which I'm always
use that.
I'm always fascinated by that because what I did with your translation, I then put it in Google Translate and I get a really bad translation out, but I can just sort of see where things have changed. And I had the line, I think it was like, I don't know whether it's too wild or not wild enough.
Yeah.
And so in Farsi, you're saying that doesn't work. It didn't work, a really straight translation. So you ended up saying something more like, I do not know if it is stormy or rebellious or silent. So
yeah, I use more adjective actually for explanation rather than just like one. So Yeah.
Yeah. Well, for me, that's fascinating. And I actually love, I love that, I love those words that you chose.
Sorry, I'm just have a look at hi Dan, how are you? Thanks for the lights, they are perfect.
Oh yes, Daniel Christians, thank you for your lights. You're making us look pretty. So,
definitely, Dan.
Yeah. So, all right. So anyway.
Yeah. So that's it. I'm gonna just sorry guys, but I'm gonna say something in Farsi just in case for those people, they live in Iran, they can't speak English, and this is a good chance actually for them to practice both languages. بله، در مورد شعر کامرون چیزی که می‌خواستم بگم ترجمهش سخت بود برای من و خب من به عنوان کسی که شغلش این نیست، کارش این نیست، اصلا تجربه در مورد این کار نداره، ترجمه شعر سخت بود به خاطر اینکه تبدیل کردن معادل کلمات خیلی شعر رو تبدیل میکرد به یه نسخه سطحی و این به نظر من سخت‌ترین کار تو ترجمه کردن که بتونین پایبند باشین به نویسنده و در عین حال بتونین در واقع به احساس نویسنده پایبند باشین، نه به پایبند باشین، نه به کلماتی که استفاده کرده. و این خب یه چالش خیلی خوبی برای من بود و هست همیشه ترجمه کردن و امیدوارم لذت برده باشین.
Okay.
Yes,
great. All right. Well, let's move on to our second poem for the night. And would you like to, this is actually, I was saying, well, we should do another poet. Maybe we should do Khayyam or
Saadi or
Hafez, but you were saying, no, we've got to do at least one more Forough.
Two more.
Okay, all right. So,
yes.
So for the people that haven't heard, just give some basics about who Forough was and when she lived and what she wrote about.
Okay, since we started the live show, we shared Forough's poems, which is she was 32 when she passed away. She had a car accident, unfortunately, and she was born 1933 in Iran, and she's obviously a contemporary poet. And why I love her, I think I said that in a couple of, two others' lives, because, she's so feminine, and her femininity and stories, and I just feel she's so close to me. And okay, I copy a lot of her poems in my photography.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, when you say copy, what do you mean?
That's a
try
cheeky
to
word to say.
manifest?
I inspired a lot. So definitely she's my inspiration in my photography, in my own way.
Yeah.
Because I think the pain, I can't feel the pain she had, the struggle she had in her life. And I think that's because, Cameron was saying that just move to the old poets like Khayyam or Saadi or Hafez, which is we will go there, but I think it's still we still can talk about and share poems from Forough, because I think she was a really, really clever person. For 67, more than actually that.
Yeah, wow.
1933.
Yeah.
How many years ago?
Oh, I don't know. We'll have to check on Wikipedia.
For ages ago.
So, and what we've done with this poem, it's not a long poem, but we've divided it up into 4 different stanzas. So Ramak will do, of course, the original Farsi, and I'll be doing a translation. Now, we couldn't find who the author of the translations was. It just wasn't on the site that we pulled this from. So, sorry, we can't say that. But why don't we just do it?
So do you want to what is it just?
Well, in English it's called I Will Greet the Sun Again. But why don't you just go into the title and the poem?
Okay. شعری که میخوایم بخونیم از فروغ فرخزاد هست و اسمش هست به آفتاب سلامی دوباره خواهم داد. به آفتاب سلامی دوباره خواهم داد، به جویبار که در من جاری بود، به ابرها که فکرهای طویلم بودند، به رشد دردناک سپیدارهای باغ که با من از فصلهای خشک گذر می کردند.
I will greet the sun again, greet the stream that once flowed in me, the clouds that were my unfurling thoughts, the aching growth of the grove's poplars, who passed with me through the seasons of drought.
به دسته های کلاغان که عطر مزرعه های شبانه را برای من به هدیه می آوردند. به مادرم در آینه زندگی می کرد و شکل پیری من بود. و به زمین که شهوت تکرار من درون ملتهبش را از تخمه های سبز می انباشت. سلامی دوباره خواهم داد.
I will greet the flock of crows who gifted me the grove's night perfume, and my mother who lived in the mirror and was my old age's reflection. Once more I will greet the earth who, in her lust to recreate me, swells her flaming belly with green seeds.
میایم 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 با گیسویم ادامه بوهای زیر خاک با چشمهایم تجربه های غلیظ تاریکی با بوته ها که چیدم از بیشه های آن سوی دیوار.
I will come, I will come, I will. My hair trailing deep soil scents, my eyes intimating the dark's density. I will come with a bouquet picked from the shrubs on the other side of the wall.
میایم 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 و آستانه پر از عشق می شود و من در آستانه با آنها که دوست می دارند و دختری که هنوز آنجا در آستانه پر عشق ایستاده سلامی دوباره خواهم داد.
I will come, I will come, I will. The doorway will glow with love, and I will once again greet those in love, greet the girl standing in the threshold's blaze. Wow. So it's a beautiful poem.
It's just like, seriously?
So
She's crazy.
so what that makes you feel a lot,
It's
doesn't
just,
it?
yeah, I'm a feeler, so
what-
I can't even, like, sometimes, you know, I'm not like...
You
I
can't break
cannot
it down analytically.
explain it and
Yeah,
say,
but-
oh, she was
but-
meaning that in that
but you
part or something.
feel it, yeah.
I really feel it. I think,
Yeah.
but maybe I can't say that this person, Forough, was struggling in her life for love. That's a thing for me is so obvious, and
Yeah.
I can see in all of her poems.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Wow.
and in the same time, I think she was thinking of death a lot.
Yeah.
Is not necessarily thinking because she was I can't say maybe she was disappointed, but it's because she feels maybe probably close, so close to death, and which is sad, but you know, purely alive and life in her poem next to death is just such a contrast.
Yeah.
And she's talking about love and being alive and just, and then when she's talking about death and all
Yeah.
those, you know, darkness is such a, it's really contrasty for me. And I just like, I can't feel it because you know, you're still alive anyway, even if you think about dying and death.
So that the lines "I will come, I will come, I will," like is mikhoni. Is that right?
Miayam means,
Miayam.
yeah, I will come, I will come, I will come.
What is she? Who's she talking to there, or what's that about for you? When you hear that, is she talking to? I don't know. Yeah, is there someone she's addressing when she says that?
I'm not sure about that, but for
Yeah.
me, she's talking to herself. And
Yeah,
she's
right.
just reminding herself, I will come, I will come, I will come.
Yeah, okay.
I do this, I do that. And she just reminding herself.
Yeah, wow. No, it's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, and you know, we know, guys, with the poems of her we share, they're really dark, okay? That's her poetry. So we, not promising, but we try to share about a bit optimistic poems as well.
Well, look,
But
you know,
that's my taste.
I don't. Yeah, but at the same time, like, I actually think it's important to acknowledge the darkness. Like, you don't want to necessarily live in the darkness, but acknowledging the struggles, I think, is actually an important part of art. So I'm okay with a certain degree of looking into the darkness.
And when it's meaningful and deep,
Yeah,
I
that's
think
right.
it's fine.
Or thoughtful,
Because-
you know.
Exactly, and she's really using the right word, telling the right story, and
Yeah.
I think this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sorry guys, I think we missed few comments. And Dan, did you ask me something about is Farsi is that quick?
Oh, okay.
You mean I actually speak really quickly in like Farsi?
I don't know. I'd have to
I don't know. I think I'm actually not really quick in Farsi, but
Yeah.
this is a real Farsi.
Right,
I
the
speak.
real Farsi,
Yeah.
yeah. Whereas mine's totally fake. Like,
Yes.
yeah. All right.
And I'm just like, I know. Hi, Mandy Ashcroft. Hi, Mans. How
Hi,
are
Mandy
you?
and Diana. Hi, Diana, for listening.
Diana. And the last
Watching.
time, Diana, I remember you asked us who is the poem, who is the
Yeah.
Persian, obviously. With
I'm
my
not-
accent, I'm a Persian. And he's
Hey,
a poet.
I could be a Persian if I wanted to be. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I'm the poet, but you are also a poet, so you can be both, whereas I can only be one.
I'm a poem
So,
lover.
Yeah. I need to go and...
Oh, Danny's saying that it
Yeah.
sounds I'm speaking fast.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Well,
I don't know.
I think when you're listening to a foreign language, it can sound fast. You know how, like, if you hear a language, it just sounds like this big blur of sound? So maybe it's that.
Yeah,
Like,
interesting. Maybe when I'm sharing poem, I think in Farsi,
you
I
do slow it down.
consciously, I try to just be slow and just
Yeah.
slow down because,
Yeah.
but that's my character. It's
Yeah.
not like,
Yeah.
I'm not surprised if I be fast.
Yeah, right. Well, I think also, I know I'm quite slow. Often when I do a poem, I really slow it down.
Yeah,
Like,
you're so cute.
I am
Actually,
slow.
sometimes like, okay, keep going.
Don't judge me. Oh, come on. It's my style. Well, I think we're pretty much done for the night. And
Yeah.
so thank you to those special people that have
4 people.
I think there might have been a couple that popped in and out.
Yep.
So thank you to those who have been, tapped into the live event. And I'm sure there'll be a whole stack of people watching later and tomorrow and stuff. So I hope you've enjoyed it as well. And we'll be transforming these poems and maybe a bit of our chat into the podcast as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. And
Yeah.
مرسی میترا جان، قربونت برم، مرسی که اومدی و دیر رسیدی، فکر کنم تمام شد، نمیدونم که رسیدی. قربونتون برم. Thank you so much, guys, and hopefully see you next week.
And صبح خیر.
نه، شب بخیر.
Yeah, شب خیر. I'll cut that out of the podcast. Yeah, totally. شب خیر, salamati. We'll go. You've been
Salamati.
listening
Suju
and watching The Persian and the Poet.